Alright, let's get right into it. So I'm going to be coming onto a platform. I'm going to place my crosshair just above this white dot right here you can see on the floor. Then place it against this grey line. Put a wall in front of me, tilt it slightly. This allows it to create a long wall because the wall is placed within the wall. Run, jump, crouch. And then you can peek A tree and peek down into B link as well. Or anyone just pushing sight directly underneath you. It's a really cool off angle. Definitely use this one, but you need the lineup. Wall number 2, we're coming back to the platform, but this time we're going to wall just above the rope. Now, this will give you that same angle towards B-Link, but a little bit wider. It's just much easier to do this wall. You can do it super quick. You don't need a lineup. Now, another wall on a platform, you want to just place it along this side of the wall. This creates the long wall, and you can hold A tree from this angle or anybody pushing close. Wall number 4, the very last wall on a platform, you want to just simply place the wall on the ground there and then stand on it. And look at this. Look at this head glitch angle. So this is obviously used for catching rotations when people are coming from C. And then if people are pushing behind you as well, if enemies are coming from behind, you can jump on the box and hold sight from this angle as well. As you can see, you've got an amazing head glitch angle, and you can just keep jumping back and forth. Hey guys, Future Flow here. I just wanted to say quickly, if you find this wall guide helpful all the way through, make sure to leave a like and a comment below if you want to see it on different maps. I do actually have loads of new walls for the new split as well, so if you want me to make that, once again, just leave a like. It helps me out a massive amount and lets me know what you want to see next. Alright, enjoy the rest of the wall guide. Wall number 5, we're going to be moving down towards a site. Come to this box, jump and place the wall. Make sure it's placed so that it goes around the corner. Now you can sit behind these ferns and hold that B-Link angle. Just in case if the enemies start to push from there, you can always hide behind the ferns and the wall and then peek out and go for the kill. Now, this looks insane for the enemies, so I'll show you that quickly. They'll have to look up there, which is a really crazy off angle, and they won't really be able to see you. Another one on this box, simply walk up to it on the other side, jump and place the wall. And now this is to hold the rotation coming in from C towards a platform. Again, another really cool off angle. As you can see, the enemies can't really see you because you're going to be hidden behind the ferns once again. Moving just outside of A, there's this tall box here. Really easy wall, just simply place the wall behind it and you've got a cool head glitch angle as the enemy is pushing towards A site. On the other side of that box, same thing again, just place it. And this is more for the after plant, so if you plant right there on site, you're able to kill the enemies as they're defusing with a head glitch angle or even jump on the box and peek sight. Next one is for attacker side pushing A, so you can jump on this platform here, wall up, and then you've got a really cool off angle. Just be careful not to get shot. And then you can also jump around again onto this other platform and then peek down in towards B. And also hold behind you. Wall number 10 is a similar concept, clear as you're pushing down a long, and then wall behind this platform right here. It gives you a little bit of a head glitch angle, and you can also jump on the platform to peek down into B. It's really easy to do and really nice to use in a real game. Wall number 11, we're going to wait for the timer to count down. You're going to be in T-spawn. Simply place the wall on the box, jump around the corner, and you can hold the B push for when the enemies are getting a little bit too aggressive. Following that, there's another T-spawn wall. Literally just place it on the ground here, and now you can peek down towards C orb. Also, the great thing about this wall is you can hide behind this rock, and if you know the enemies are pushing, you can then peek out and go for the kill. Moving towards B site, we're going to use this box here to place the wall just a little bit around the corner. Now you want to run, crouch, and jump, and then do a swift movement around. You want to practice this one in custom, it's a little bit tricky, and now you can hold this off angle right here. Similarly, on B platform, you want to just place the wall going along that wall, and once again, you can hold this crazy off angle as the enemies are rotating from C towards B site. And also, you can look behind you and hold the stairs just in case if they come from a different angle. Wall number 15 is also on the platform, so you want to make sure to wall off this door right here. As you wall, you want to jump around the corner and sit on the wall. This will mean if you're in a 1v1 and you know the enemy's there, you're going to hit and break the wall, and then you're in a crazy off-angle position. I'll show you what it's like for the enemy. So they'll have to come here, they'll have to break the wall like this, and they won't be able to see the other wall immediately, so it's a really crazy off-angle to get an easy kill. So I've shown you this T-spawn wall, but now I'm going to show you one just around the corner on these boxes. So you want to jump up and place your crosshair in the corner right here of the box, and then place it on this part of the flower. Then you simply just jump and crouch, place the wall, and now look at this off angle as you're able to hold the C orb. And if you have amazing jumping skills like this, then you can also jump around the corner just like that. Now, keep in mind that's actually a very difficult jump, but you can get a really cool unexpected kill on an enemy if they're waiting in the corner. Moving on is a much simpler way of doing this. You want to place the wall just behind this box right here, and then you've got the head glitch angle to hold C. And of course, you can also jump onto the box to peek that same angle that I just showed you in the previous wall. Next, we're moving on to the mound of C. So you want to go to the top of it, long wall right here. And this will allow you to peek down into T-spawn because you'll find a lot of people try and sneak behind you on this map. Now we're on C site. It's really easy to do this wall. Simply jump on this box just off site. Place the wall diagonally like this. Jump around the corner. Now you can hold C site as the enemy is pushing in. Or if you're an attacker, you can also use this wall for after plan and hold B link just like that. Super easy to do. For the next wall, simply place your wall on this ledge right here. It's really easy to do. Then jump around the corner. And now you've got a perfect head glitch angle as the enemy push in. And you can also break these blocks as well in front of you if you want a better view as the enemy is pushing into C site. So as they're coming in, you've got a perfect head glitch angle right there. And yes, for those of you wondering, you can use that same wall just to simply peek C gravel for when the enemy is trying to flank behind you or they're rotating from A. Now we're going to want to point our wall from this corner all the way into that corner right there underneath the tunnel. So you jump, place the long wall. Now you can see I haven't left a gap to my left of the wall. So it's fully blocked off when I go underneath that tunnel. So for the enemy to see me, they're going to have to go all the way to my left or underneath me and look up. Now this is a crazy off angle because look at this. If you're an enemy and you're pushing site, there's going to be a random wall there, right? But you're not going to be able to see anybody on it. So you're going to start clearing sight because you're worried of where they might be. You still can't see on that left side. It's only when you go fully to the right, you'd be able to spot me up there. But by that time, I've got the better angle. Now, again, we're going to be doing a similar type of wall, but going towards B link. So again, place it on top of ledge. Just like that, create the long wall and then go around the corner. And this is for defenders or attackers if they're flanking behind you and you've already planted the spike. You can just simply hold that C main position. Moving on to a really easy wall, I'm going to simply just place a wall on the ground on site like this. This stops the enemy from being able to fully push inside. They have to break the wall first. But now we can hold that B link angle. And if they are coming from C gravel to my left, then I'm able to walk around and also peek them just like that. Next, we're moving into C hall itself. Now you want to walk up to this little ledge here, place the long wall, and now look at this angle. You can hold T-spawn for anybody rotating off of A coming towards C site after plan. This is honestly a fantastic angle. It can even move to the right and hold it a bit closer. Similarly, for the next wall, I'm going to place it just behind this box right here. Now, once again, I've got a little crack there towards A, but the purpose of this is to get that head glitch angle towards B link or enemies flanking behind you. In counter to that one, I'm going to actually want to place a wall in T-spawn, just like this. Now you can wall up behind the rocks and hold enemies once again, rotating or flanking. Now, this one is really easy to do, and it doesn't look that crazy, but if I show you it from the enemy's POV, it's going to blow your mind, because they're not going to be checking here at all. As you can see, the enemy is clearing angles, and I'm going to be just up there, behind the rocks, or you can even hide behind the ferns. It's a really cool off angle. Alright, we've made it through all of the wall boosts. Now we're going to be showing off the one-ways. So this is pretty much the only one I could find towards A site. You place your wall through this wall right here, and now you can hold enemies trying to push towards A site. As I couldn't really find any good one-ways on site, we're going to be moving towards A main just back here. Now this one's really easy to do. Of course, there's a little ledge, so you can place a long wall just like this. And now you can hold enemies rotating or the other team pushing in, trying to get A site. Next, we're moving back into T-spawn, so there's a little box here. We're going to create a long wall, and this is to hold enemies pushing through B, trying to get a flank early in the round. This is going to be really effective. Using that same box again, but for a different angle. Once again, place a long wall, and now you can hold enemies rotating through A. Now for the next one, we're going to create a long wall just outside of B main. This will help you hold the orb, so if enemies are constantly pushing for it, they're not going to expect the one-way, and it's going to be free kills for you. Moving in towards B site, we're going to use this box on the left right here. Create a long wall once again. Now this can be used for after plant. You can plant behind that wall, or you can use it just to simply catch off the rotate as the enemy is pushing into B site. For this one way, you're going to want to plant in the middle of the site. Come to this left side of the steps and create a long wall. Now you can see you've got a perfect gap into the site. You can also jump on this box on your left and it's still a one-way. But this is what the enemies will be able to see. So as they're coming to the fuse, you can see where I shot right there. They literally can't see anything. It's a perfect one-way. Just off of B platform, there's a little ledge right here with water in it. You want to place a long wall. And then enemies pushing through A link, trying to get onto B site. Won't be able to do anything as you've got an easy one-way. You can even create a one-way on the platform itself, so there's steps right here, so we want to create a long wall, and then you can fall back towards where these boxes are. You can stand on the boxes and shoot them as they're pushing in, or you can even hop off the boxes and get a closer angle if you really want to, just like this. In C main, you can easily place a one-way right at the start of the round, just like this on the mound. And as the enemies are pushing, you can shoot them, or even if they're going for the orb, you can position more left and kill them then. And of course, you can do the same thing on the other side as well if they decide to go that way. This is a perfect after plant one way, so you want to place your long wall on top of this ledge, plant in the corner, and now look at this. Look how much you can see. You can almost even get headshots from this position. It's crazy, but the enemy won't be able to see anything as they're defusing the spike. The next one is the wall that I showed you earlier, but I didn't show you how to use it as a one-way. So place the wall on the ledge, and now look towards B link right here. You can see how much you can see. So if I just ping on the floor and show you where I'm able to shoot, for the enemies, this will look like this. They'll see the walls they're pushing in, but they won't be able to see your head behind that wall. So that's where they can see your head from. But look at this. That's right there. You're able to shoot them all the way back there. It's a really cool one-way. Next, we're going to be using this ramp just outside of B-Link, so place a long wall on the ramp once again, and simply use it as a one-way. These are kind of obvious, so of course you can do this to the right as well, just like that, and then hold it as the enemies are pushing in. From whatever angle you choose to use this, it's great. Moving on to C Hall, once again we're going to use this ledge, but this time for a one-way, so place the wall lower down. And now you can hold enemies flanking from A, or just doing a rotate towards C site. Next, we're going to be moving to C gravel. You can see this little electric box on the ground. I'm going to place just a normal wall on top of the box. This will create the long wall just naturally. And now you can use it as a one-way. You can see there's a little gap here, so the enemies might be tempted to try to squeeze through the gap. This will be good for you because you'll see their gun poke through, and it will actually be easy kills, so they can't squeeze through. You'll be able to see the gun, and then you can just wide swing them and get a super easy kill. Or if you don't want to do that, you can literally just shoot their toes. And the very last one-way, this one's a little bit pointless, but it can be used if you want to. Of course, wherever there's stairs, there's one-way, so if the enemy is flanking, you've got an aggressive position, you can hold this as a one-way right here on top of these stairs in spawn. Alright, that's all of the one-ways done. Moving on to the wall banks, you're going to want to place a long wall just above a drop. Now, there are these flowers here that you can see through, but you can't shoot through them. You can see my bullets get stuck in them. But you can shoot through this wall. So you can spot for the enemies, ping where they might be, and then shoot through it. So again, just like that, spot, you can peek the tree and then shoot it through this wall here. It's very good to use on unsuspecting enemies. And now you can actually use that same wall, but from a different angle. So this bit right here, you can shoot through. So if you go back on top of the wall and you plant down there, this is more for attackers. If you plant it down there and they're defusing, you can shoot through and kill them as they defuse, and they won't have a clue where that's coming from. In a tree, this whole door is actually wallbangable with an Odin, but if you have a Vandal, it isn't. So you can actually only shoot through this part of the door. So a way to overcome that is to place a wall behind, just like this. And now you can hold a rubble, ping it, and then shoot through the Vandal. So this is a great spot to actually use if you're just playing Vandal all game. Moving towards B site, we're going to want to plant down here where I pinged. Now you want to wall yourself off and sit inside of B platform. And have an Odin ready for this one because it'll blow your mind. You can actually shoot through this part of the wall only, so this grey line. As you can see, you can spam down towards where you planted. And the enemy will not be able to do anything about this. They're just going to have to accept their fate. Similarly, you can also plant on B right here. Then you want to come back to where B link is and place a wall diagonally and then jump on it. This will allow the enemies to be stuck all the way back there so they can't see you. And then simply ping the after plant and shoot through this part of the wall, this corner right here. Again, the enemies cannot do anything about this. If you have a look, it's just a spam coming through the wall. On C site, there's a crazy wallbang that goes through that wall right there. So you're going to want to come towards C Hall. Place a long wall off the ledge once again. But this time, have an Odin ready to spam through this blue part of the wall. As you can see, you can just ping and then spam through. And this is what it's going to look like for the enemies. It's completely crazy. They can't do anything about this one. They're dead. Another great wallbang to use on C site is to plant in that back corner or anywhere along this side of the wall. Then place your wall on top of the ledge and sit back here in B link. As the enemies go to defuse the spike, you can ping where it is. And then simply spam through this top part of the wall. They honestly won't be able to do anything about this because your wall is in the way. And they're just going to have to accept their death once again. In C main, of course, there's these rotating doors as well. So as the enemy is pushing B site and you hear the steps, you can go up here and just like I showed you earlier, shoot through this part of the door with a Vandal. But of course, if you're playing Odin, like I have been shown with all the other wallbangs, you can spam through here for less penetration, or spam through the rest of the door if you just want to go crazy. Well, there we have it. That was a total of 44 different walls. That was wall boosts, one-ways, and wallbangs you can use in your games. If you found it helpful, once again, leave a like down below and let me know down in the comments if you want to see wall guides for different maps. I can honestly make this on every single map. I have thousands of different walls, so just let me know what you want to see next. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.